Hello and welcome to From My Basement in Tulsa. I'm Jason Ferguson. Today's episode features Summit. They came over and brought some new songs for us, so I thought it'd be cool to start the episode with a song. It's called Quit It, and enjoy the episode. Thanks. I'm here with Summit today. What's up, dudes? That's just Summit. Today, I'm with Summit. It's not Summit Today. That's not your band name. That's a pretty good band name. Well, from now on, it's Summit Today. What's up, dudes?
Yeah, we just changed our band name. Thanks, Jason.
Yeah, you're welcome. Well, hello. Introduce yourselves, fellas.
I'm Sanchez.
Hey, Sanchez. What do you do in the band?
I play guitar and sing.
That's fun.
Yeah.
Hi, I'm Bradley.
Hi, Bradley.
I play the drum set.
He beats the skins.
Perfect.
And I am Connor, and I slap the bass.
Slap the bass. Perfect. Well, hello. You guys are a Tulsa band from here in Tulsa. From Tulsa.
Indeed.
I'm glad you guys are here. Thanks for coming to the podcast.
Thanks for having us. Bringing us here.
Yeah, for sure. Happy Sunday.
Thanks for flying us in from Tulsa.
Yeah. Yeah, that was such a... How long was the flight?
Well, we basically got on a plane and then got off it and then drove here.
Yeah.
They just told us to leave. They're like, you don't even have tickets. I don't know why you were in here.
Get the hell out of here.
You guys dumb. But
Truth.
You guys.
I just had Neil Hilborn here Wednesday, the poet, and he was supposed to come to the podcast, but thanks to the airport delaying him for 2 hours, they got skipped. So
Damn.
maybe a call in later or something. And it was the first time I've ever had a poet on a show.
Yeah.
Or I've never even been to like a slam poetry event, and it was super badass. I don't know if you've ever been to something like that.
I've
but
wanted to go. I
it's-
don't ever know where they are.
It's really cool. I think they do it every Monday at First Shop. It's like Cypher 120 experience. Those guys are on the podcast too, and it's really
Oh
fun.
yeah, I know
That's
someone who goes to that, and she goes to my school.
Nice.
Cat?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's pretty cool. But I also saw that you guys have an event coming up, and I was like, well, I better get you guys here to talk about it because I'm stoked for new music from you guys. What's going on with that?
We are having a EP release October 24th at the Vanguard.
Nice.
Yeah. We're going to have, what was it? I think Society is going to play, Clement Twine. It's Teddy Scott's new band.
Oh man,
What?
I love Ted.
Yeah.
Nice.
It's dope. Who else? I can't even remember. Oh, Capital Wise and Icarus Account as well.
that'd be fun. I only know most of those.
Yeah.
I haven't seen Teddy Scott's new band, but that guy's awesome.
Yeah,
I'm-
they play with Griswolds.
I think I saw their first show was like incredible.
Yeah.
Is that show?
Yeah.
That's good.
Is that like Todd Shaver, and is that band that has all those dudes in it?
Yeah.
Sweet.
So fun. That's good for you guys, man.
Let's spend our whole podcast talking about bands we're not in.
Yeah.
There we go.
Let's talk about good music. I guess the Griswold or something. But tell me about what's the EP? What's the name? Tell me.
It's just a self-titled,
Very good.
but it's got 4 tracks on it. And oddly enough, the last track is not named right. The first 500 copies are going to be labeled wrong. So
That's perfect.
have fun, y'all. Figure that out. But it's all good.
It's just 500. That's not that many.
Yeah.
Just twice as many as I've ever ordered.
We'll just have to make another.
The next 500, we're going to name all the tracks wrong.
Just
Put them all backwards.
We're just a game.
perfect. And where'd you record?
With Kendall Osborne at Closet Studios, and we worked with Jordan McLeod.
Oh, perfect.
Yeah,
Jordan's
that place
awesome.
was awesome.
Yeah.
Jordan's a good dude
Jordan's
too.
Oh
okay.
yeah.
Yeah. I remember.
Music.
I don't remember why I knew him, but first time I saw him at Vanguard, I was like, oh my God, you're Jordan McLeod. And I don't remember why. I thought he was so famous. I mean, I guess he is an awesome, but I was like, now we're friends. It's like, oh, this is weird. That's happened to me a couple times. Like, all of a sudden I'm friends with people that I was like fangirling over out in Collinsville, Oklahoma, before I started coming into Tulsa and realizing we're all losers. Brad, did I see you playing in like a Superman pajama last night?
Oh, I saw that
Lord
shit.
Almighty.
Picture.
Yes. That was a couple of nights ago with a different project. We were asked to do a superhero theme, and I didn't. And so I got stuck with the Superman pajamas. There's a photo of that I can send you. if
They were
you'd like.
cute. They look good.
They were like, you don't just get to opt out of this shit because you didn't bring yours. Like,
Yeah,
we have
was-
backups.
It's like, oh man,
It
I
was-
forgot. He's like, oh well, you get the Superman Speedo. Fuck you.
It was so bad, and it was super duper revealing.
I can only imagine.
Well, thank God you're sitting down, man. Like,
He's just up on the front of the stage, like, oh shit.
It was
The third drumstick.
It was a bit of
That sounds painful, huh?
oh, that sounds awful.
But that's the most recent picture of you I've seen. I was like, man, I'm glad I get to ask you that.
I can show you some more if you'd like.
It's quite
He's like, I went to the bathroom and
You should see the ones without the Superman
Oh
pajamas.
my
the
god.
selfies.
No thanks.
No thanks.
Hey, you guys remember that time in Austin we all wore horrible oversized Hawaiian shirts?
Oh my god.
I still have mine. I
Thing
actually
was like
still
a
wear
freaking
mine.
cape.
I think I still have mine too.
Yeah.
And what was the purpose of that?
It was like show 5 out of like 9 at South by Southwest.
Yeah.
I think we're all just losing our minds a little bit.
It was like during the day too. There wasn't going
Yeah.
to be that many people there. So we were just like, fuck it. And we walked past this shop and saw these horrible shirts and just were like, okay.
My experience was different. My experience was I walked from down the street and you go, here you go, put it on.
Oh, that's right. It was
That's
just
even
me and
better.
Connor, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Like, dude.
Yeah.
It's like a running theme with you, Bradley.
Yeah. Apparently my wardrobe is just decided by other people day of.
Perfect. Saves you on laundry cost.
Yeah, in fact, I'm not wearing anything right now. I'm waiting for Jason to give me something to wear.
No, you don't. Hold on, I got to pause for creativity. It's about to get weird in here. But yeah, tell me more about your recording process. How'd that go? And what are the songs, man? I'm really. I don't think I've heard much recorded stuff from you guys yet. Is that true?
Yeah, this is our first recording.
Oh, perfect. So,
we have New Mattress, Quit It, Modern Eschatology, which is labeled as autumnal, which is another song of ours, but we just missed it or some shit. And then Blue Knuckles.
Perfect.
Yeah.
And how'd you guys meet each other? I think
I don't even know these people.
I don't.
Start at the beginning with you two.
Yeah.
I mean, I want to know how Summit happened.
It's a long process.
Yeah, it's been like a 3 or 4 year ordeal.
Well, since 6th grade or 6th to 7th grade.
Yeah, Connor and I have been playing together, and it was like Till Metro before this. Then it turned into Summit, but then I was still playing drums then, and you were obviously still playing bass. And we had, was it just Zach?
Yeah, that was the first.
Yeah, there was another guitar player, there was another singer, then the singer left, and then the guitar player became the singer, and then eventually, like, I was just like, I'm fucking done with this.
I'll do it, fine.
Yeah. Yeah. And so I moved to guitar and vocals, and then we found Brad.
I'm sorry.
We found Brad on the side of the road.
Sorry.
Yeah, I was.
Hold up a sign, we'll drum for money.
It's a common thing among drummers.
Yeah.
Honestly, it's just easy to find us. Just look in the shelters.
Just look for somebody that's late.
Oh, shit.
Oh, damn.
The inside joke, listeners, is Brad was a full hour late today.
I was.
You need to message Newquist after this and be like, fuck you, dude.
No, he knew the whole time, and like I just kept going. Like I was like, oh no, it's only 5 more minutes. Oh no, it's only 5 more minutes. And then by the time I was like, whatever, it's fine.
Whatever.
But no,
I'm glad you're here now.
yeah, I met up with these dudes sort of on a like, okay, I'll check it out kind of basis, and it was. I mean, maybe 2 rehearsals, and I was like, I'm doing this forever.
Awesome. That's the best.
And that was what, last October at this point?
Yeah.
So almost a
It
year.
hasn't been super long. Not even a full year.
Well, almost.
Oh, shit.
It is October.
Oh,
It
dang.
was like late October.
Happy anniversary.
I got you guys gifts.
Oh, I definitely did not.
I didn't do that.
It's okay. It's just things he's worn in the past from different bands.
That haven't been washed.
I have you this Hawaiian shirt, you guys. Oh, no, wrong band. I have you these pajamas. Brad, you were supposed to be on the podcast before, but the Oculus Rift guy never got back with me. Remember that? Right when I started the podcast.
That was like 1970, dude.
Yeah,
that
that was in
long
May.
ago.
Like in May when I launched the podcast, I got a bunch of messages from people like, "Hey, would you be interested in this?" And one of the guys was a dude with an Oculus Rift, but he never contacted me again. That would have been awesome.
Yeah, well, because you mentioned it to me, and I think my head exploded.
You're like, "Oh no, I have to be there." I wasn't like an invite. I was like,
Yeah.
"Man, this guy has an Oculus Rift," and you're like, "Okay, I'll be there."
Yeah, that was basically how it went.
I was really excited. I was like, "Oh man, that'd be the first time I've gotten to do something cool because I sat in my house and record people talking."
Yeah, and I still haven't got to play with an Oculus Rift, and I blame you, Jason.
Well, I haven't either, so it's okay. I can imagine I would never leave. That would be my thing if I ever put one of those on.
Yeah.
I would. If you're listening and don't know what that is, it's virtual reality, and apparently it's getting pretty badass to where your body believes you're somewhere else, and I'm into that shit.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I've watched a lot
Heard
of videos on the
We're just
internet.
all like,
Yeah, I think that's when we went to Oklahoma City to play with the Nick Nose. I think we were talking about that, or just
yeah.
after.
Yeah.
That was like. I think that was the first time Brad and I had a real conversation, and he broke our "From a Basement in Tulsa" poster. I'm remembering that right now. It's do you recall the show?
You don't remember that?
we had posters.
Oh my
promoting the
gosh, no,
podcast.
I absolutely did break that.
You broke the shit out of it.
I destroyed it. I'm so sorry. I still owe you one.
That's okay. It's on the wall now. It's good. That's fun. The Nick Knows will be here like the first. I think they're coming to finally record.
Something like that.
I love those guys.
Yeah, I like
Dude,
those.
they're cool.
Let's talk more about bands we're not in. Man, the Nick Knows are so good.
I've talked about them a bunch. I'm glad they're finally joining. I'm gonna have to buy like 17 extra microphones for that one though, because there's 100 members in that band. But they're all badass.
They're almost like a hockey team. There's so many of them.
Here's something funny that happened with them. That's the first time I've been messaging a band and like just contacting the singer, and I always assume the singer is in charge for some reason, maybe because that's how it is with me. I'm singing and I'm by myself, so I'm obviously in charge. But then he was like, no, could you contact Blake, who's the fiddle player, who's apparently the responsible one. That's the first time that's happened. I just always assume the front man is the responsible one. And he was like, nah, dude, you gotta talk to him. I don't know.
For the record, okay, drummer was an hour late, but I am the guy that was like organizing this with you. So
I'll give you that.
Yeah, I know.
It makes it worse.
Do I get my points back?
You set the time, and you're like, nah.
Oh crap!
Oh.
All right, I'll see you guys later.
What are you skipping to be here now? Because I know you're a busy man.
I'm skipping helping somebody move.
Oh no, we'll record for a while, then I'll help you out. We got time.
No, it's my new roommate. I really don't need that person angry with me.
That sucks. Because they're gonna be.
Because they're gonna.
24-hour marathon podcast.
Yeah.
It's the first one of the month, so I have plenty of like storage in my hosting site. So
Oh, nice.
I mean,
There you go.
I can just record a 3-hour one. Here we go. Buckle in. Tell me about the first song on the album, on the EP. What's that about? If you remember which one's the first one.
Oh,
Or if it's named correctly.
yeah, right. I actually brought them with me.
Right on.
Yeah. First one's called Quit It. That's just like...
It's about members leaving your band.
No. I wish, man. That would have been so clever. No, that's just like an angry... about a girl, but not like the stereotypical breakup or whatever. It like...
I'm so lonely.
It's just about other people being sad or being unnecessarily sad, and it just brings you down, and you don't want to be around that. So you
That
just
makes
want
sense.
them to like fucking stop.
That's a good song.
Like I don't know.
It's easy to get drugged down when you're around someone that's too sad.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
I try not to be that person.
they're like unnecessarily negative about
Yeah.
stuff. Sometimes it's just like
Yeah, get them
Always.
negative Nancy's out of your life.
Yeah.
Nancy, get out of here.
Cut him out. What are you doing going through my stuff, Brad? You're just over here like
Dude, I
piling through things in my house.
found this awesome like junior park ranger badge from Yellowstone that actually has your name on it.
That's true.
I'm really excited by this.
It's kind of broken. It was on my guitar strap for several years.
It's very cool.
Man, what else can you find in my house? Let's just go through it, except for talking to that microphone and quit looking around.
All right.
I'm just kidding. So
There's got to be
quit it.
There's got to be something
No, I'm
embarrassing in here. I'll be right back.
I wouldn't leave it in the room where I have everybody come over.
Oh no, I'm gonna go look around.
Oh, all right. So that's cool. I'm glad you guys are here, and I'm glad you guys are releasing songs. That's badass.
yeah. It's been in the works for a while, like good couple months.
Yeah.
And
Probably
there's-
more than that.
And there's still a few weeks before your show, and you have a printed, sealed CD,
Yeah.
which is something I didn't do months before my show. I booked that first, and I was like, certainly it'll be done by June when I did a CD release party. And I was booking it in March. I was like, oh, it'll probably be done. So then like the show was June 14th, and like June 3rd, I was finally ordering CDs, and it was pretty miserable.
I've done that. It's the worst possible idea.
Yeah. It's like, oh, we're gonna have to drive to Oklahoma City and pick them up the day of the show.
We had to do the exact same thing.
They ended up shipping them to us in time, but
Oh, that's good.
I think I got them the day of.
Ooh, I've got one for you. Okay, so one of our tracks is misnamed, right?
Yeah.
So years ago, I was in another band. It was our first CD we were putting out with that band, first full length. And it was the same thing. We got them like the day of. So we get them and we do the show. It was amazing. People bought things. We gave things away. It was cool. Well, we get a phone call about 20 minutes as we're like loading up gear. The show's done. And it was one of our friends who's like, hey, I got one of your CDs and it's all like R&B gospel music instead of your songs.
No.
And they were like, it was like 2% of that run was that.
Oh man.
That's
Like
perfect.
they had pressed the wrong music on it.
I had people say they almost bought the wrong album on iTunes because there's 3 Jason Fergusons on there. So, I mean, one of them is very R&B and one of them is like really red dirt. So luckily people can preview and hear that it's not what I play at all. But
Yeah.
like if you put Jason Ferguson in on like certain like streaming radio stations, it'll pull up some sweet red dirt or some hip hop R&B stuff. It's all different projects I do. I don't play it. I don't do the red dirt or R&B live, but you know.
They're all
Right,
different.
absolutely. These are side projects. Speaking of that, Sorry, I'm just going to keep telling stories.
No, please do.
You guys remember when we played in Dallas a few months back? And there were 3.5 hours of hip hop as our opening act.
No, not just hip hop, but Christian hip hop.
Oh, even
like-
better.
Man,
with
it was
like-
a triple album release party.
Yeah, with like
We got double booked. It was like, what, 2 or 3 indie bands with triple Christian rap album release. Like,
They're
biggest
going
what
hard.
the fuck situation we've ever been in.
Well, and there was all these like they were telling all these really depressing stories in between
Oh
songs.
my gosh. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. It'd just be like they'd be so like into it and having a good time on stage, and then they'd stop and
Yeah,
it'd
that's
just make you feel like shit.
yeah, it's the weird thing. They're like, it's great. Like, for a second, they've got all this positive energy, and then they tell this story about how they got smacked in the face with 2x4s as a kid, and it's just like, I understand that's horrible, but like, God, I'm so uncomfortable right now. Like,
When we were the first band up right after all that,
Yeah.
and I remember
Yeah.
you looked at me and like you're like, let's just play everything as loud as we can right now.
yeah.
We gotta. I can imagine the only situation, or one of the few situations that'd be worse than that, is people always a lot of the time go propose on stage.
Oh,
And
yep.
can you imagine somebody saying no, and then like you having to play after that?
Oh, here's a song called "Quit It."
Got the perfect song for you, man. Make the guys.
This is really bad timing. But
I guess I gotta play it.
This
Yeah.
song is about the time that I got engaged. It's called "She Said Yes." Sucks for you.
Or we have to write that song.
I know, right?
Just in case.
Oh,
Save
man.
that song just for the odd chance that happens.
Oh, and you know what made that Dallas show better was that the like there was 2 venues linked together. There was like just a hallways length between them.
Oh my gosh.
And next door, so there's Christian rap going on, and then there's a battle of the bands next door, and then we get up and start playing, and then there's like a marijuana
Legalization
Oh,
thing.
legalization
yeah.
rally.
The party
Why
next
weren't you
door.
playing that?
So many like different demographics.
Well, and all the people that came from the other side where the legalization rally was, and like whatever your political cause is, you should attempt to be taken seriously. These cats were not at all trying to be taken seriously.
They're just
No,
partying
like
and having a good
swimsuits,
time.
half naked, just
Yeah,
yeah.
getting high as shit.
I mean, it looked like
Listening to
someone's
good music.
basement was throwing a rave. Like,
No, it pretty much was like a weed rave.
So was it
Yeah.
like the stereotypical hippies out there doing their political business?
not even hippies, just like
just total downtown Dallas weirdos.
Oh,
like
even better.
odd. I don't know.
I think the only time I've been in Dallas, I didn't know anything about like head shops. I was pretty young, and we went to a head shop, and I think they were selling like pure caffeine, like in little baggies, like the crystal form of caffeine.
That's a horrible idea.
I can't imagine that's a good idea.
Jesus.
I can't imagine dosing that and just.
Whoa.
I think
That's-
caffeine, if you get it that compressed or whatever, you get it that potent, it can kill you pretty quick.
Yeah, it is technically a drug. So.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
I mean, they're basically making it into
I wonder what the
a sellable drug.
rate of caffeine to death is. I'm not going to Google it, but
I thought you were talking about like price per ounce. Like,
I want to know how much it sells for.
man, I wish they would legalize caffeine.
Oh no, there was some. I saw a picture. They had like a graph, and it said it was a crazy amount of coffee. It was like 400 cups, but they said that would kill you.
yeah.
Jesus.
But I mean, I think there's 200 milligrams of caffeine in the average cup of coffee, and
Mhm.
that's not very much. So if you're taking a spoonful of caffeine, I imagine that probably screw you up pretty bad.
Yeah.
Brad, let's try it.
No.
Yeah, let's go to Starbucks.
All right, I need 400 cups of coffee
Yeah.
right now.
They're just like,
YOLO,
"Okay."
dude.
You ought to look out.
But yeah, Dallas is fun. And did the show end up going okay? Did you have fun?
Yeah, I mean, we definitely had fun.
It was a
All the
pretty
shows
good
were
crowd.
Yeah.
Everyone
We played with a cool
liked
band
it.
too.
Yeah,
And then one of the guys from that band randomly showed up at a show in Tulsa with another band.
indeed. I was running sound for.
Well, we played that show too. It was the other night.
That's right. It was with Team.
Yeah.
I was having to like play and then jump up on the board and run sound. But the bass player from Team was the guitar player and the band that we played with that night.
Yeah, and I wish I could remember their name.
Dude, I cannot. They've told us like 3 times. I'm just horrible.
I can imagine. I hope your show ended up where you got all 3 like crowds at your show. I hope like the other 3 shows ended and then you guys played, so you had the marijuana reform, the Christian hip hop,
man,
and the battle of the bands.
The bartender at the venue that night was not happy because no one was drinking. It was
yeah,
like
for sure.
it was like me and one other dude were going up and occasionally getting a beer, and it's like every time he's just like, ugh.
Yeah, because so many people were there for the Christian rap, and
Yeah,
they're not there to get drunk or whatever.
yeah. Same thing with like Switchfoot at Cane's.
Yeah.
There's no lines for the bar. If
Right.
you happen to be drinking.
Yeah.
True.
It's beautiful.
Good night to go.
You guys just went on tour, yeah? How was that?
it was good.
It was pretty excellent.
Yeah, it was awesome.
I can't imagine touring sucking very often.
It
Yeah, I know.
can,
Yeah,
but this one did not. This one was excellent.
yeah.
Where'd you go?
We started in
Houston,
Houston. Yeah,
yeah, and then
there was like 3 dates in Texas, and then it ended up in Tulsa.
yeah, well, then basically it's like we routed up like many shows north to like Lansing, Michigan, and then more shows east to North Carolina,
Mhm.
and then more shows in Florida. We left Florida, yay, and then back up through Georgia.
Dude, no shit on
Yay.
that. Like Florida, I don't understand it, but just smells like sulfur.
Oh my god.
Like we'd drive through neighborhoods,
Smelled like
and
God
we were.
took a shit on the fucking land.
Perfect description.
Like it was
Classy
it was that
descriptions by
bad.
Connor McMurtry.
My friend Tracy, if you end up listening, just called me. She moved to Florida and she was just telling me about her life there. I guess only job she has is a bartender right now. She's like, in the town I live in, you pretty much got to be a hooker or a drug dealer to make money.
What
And
town?
I don't know. But she's
No,
like,
I really need to know what town.
so I was like, yeah, I'm gonna come visit. But she's like, yeah, but the beach is right across the street, so that makes up for it.
Oh,
Yeah, see, that did
Okay.
make
Yeah.
everything so much better. We went to the beach. I remember we weren't even going to initially swim. We were like, we just need to go see the beach. And then we were there for 5 minutes. And we were like, dude, fuck this. And like, went and got shorts and
Like,
stuff.
how much time before we have to be in Orlando? All right, let's go.
Yeah,
Most of the hypodermic needles float anyway, right? You can see.
Oh yeah. That's
the glow.
That's good. Did Rookie of the Year end up? Did they show up on that tour? I
Yeah,
remember
yeah.
Yeah,
Well,
yeah.
well, it was the singer Ryan
Yeah.
Doing
good. Oh yeah.
that
acoustic
dude's a
stuff.
goofball, man.
He is indeed a goofball. I actually still follow his Instagram
Oh yeah.
because it never stops being like his personality is so shines through in his Instagram,
Yeah.
and it's really fun. He texted me out of the blue the other day,
Really?
and it just said, "Sup."
I can see that's something he would do.
I used to play shows with him all the time when he came to Tulsa, probably once a month for a while,
Yeah.
5 or 6 years ago. And he made a friend out of me because like I didn't even drink, and I was just like, I was just starting playing music and really stoked to be playing with somebody so famous,
Yeah.
But we went to his van and he gave me a shot at Svedka vodka, and I was like, well, this dude's my friend now. This is true.
He's a funny dude.
That's the last time I saw him in Tulsa, and I don't know if it's because it was at the Pink Eye, and some douche painted in spray paint in their brand new trailer, "I Love Tulsa," on the back, and he was so very mad.
Yeah,
He was not very happy about it.
Damn.
I mean, I was like, yeah, hell yeah, you do love Tulsa, right? And he was like,
Not that fucking much. Yeah.
Tulsa's the best.
Not anymore.
So that was the last time he played in Tulsa, I assume.
He's the dude cracks me up because I feel like every town we went to, he was like, there was like either like a restaurant or a bar or like some friends. Like every time we pulled the town, he's like, "No, it's cool, man. I know like 1,000 people here." Like this could have been a town I'd never heard of.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But he's been touring off and on for
70 years.
like roughly 70. It was like every town. No, man, hang on, let me make 50 phone calls real quick.
And then, well, that's good for him, man. It means that's good for you guys on the tour, too, because now you got 50 friends in that town, right?
And we have 500.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm sure that's true.
It's totally true.
And then we got to stay at his parents' house on the last day.
Yeah, that was
It was a lot of
that was
fun. Ate some pizza, watched the World Cup.
Yeah, we watched the final game of the World Cup and just hung out there.
They came back to good old Tulsa.
Yep, yeah.
That's fun.
Oh, that day was the worst though
Oh my
because
God.
Argentina lost, and we have a song called Argentina.
We wrote
And
this today.
The chorus is "Don't cry for me, Argentina." And I was on stage. I was like, I swear to God, I'm not making fun of them. I'm sorry if you're offended.
So that was the day you died.
Yeah,
That was at Smith's, right? At Atlanta.
Yeah. that was the best.
I have another friend playing a show there in like 3 days.
Really?
Sorry, that was pointless. Edit that out, please.
What'd you say? I didn't hear it.
I said I've got another friend in Atlanta playing a show there in a few days. So
Oh, that's good. Well, let's go. Not too far, right?
14 hours, give or take.
Not bad.
You got friends at the airport. You can hook us up. Well, good. Are you gonna let me play some songs or a song?
Yeah.
Awesome. Well, we don't have to do it right now, but
Don't play a autumnal because it's not actually autumnal.
well, tell me about track 2. What's that about?
New mattress. That is about. I didn't actually get a new mattress. I got a new comforter,
Oh,
or like the little thin part that lays on top of your mattress, whatever the hell that is.
the thing.
Oh, like a topper?
You gonna say something?
I just
No.
wanted to make you think I was going to
Totally.
interrupt you.
Yeah. And I still to this day sleep a shit ton and still feel tired. And I felt super like unproductive. So I was like trying to write a lot of songs and I wasn't doing it. And I felt like it was because I was sleeping too much. And it was just kind of about how I was feeling
That's cool.
then. Yeah. And then what else is next? Blue Knuckles. That was a breakup song. That's what that was.
Hopefully,
It's one of my favorite ones to play in the set, though.
Yeah.
I do love that song.
I was super happy. It's not like super bitchy. It's a little bitchy.
man, I think I have the most bitchy songs. Like, sounding like a crying man singing it, and like now since it's been so long since those things happened, it feels weird singing about them still.
Yeah.
But you always put out such a positive vibe when you're playing.
Isn't it weird?
So it's like I never know. Like I never know if your songs are sad because you're just like, "Hey, how's it going, man? I'm so really happy that you're all here. Here's a song, and it could be the saddest song ever." And you're like, "Oh, thank you so very much."
It wasn't the case when I wrote the songs. It was like I was pretty sad at the time.
Yeah.
I'm speaking of.
Hey, how did we talk about that whole tour and not talk about how super nice and amazing Chad Sugg was?
Oh my god, I miss Chad
And
so
we
fucking
made
much.
friends with him in like the first time we played with him in like an hour.
I know. We were so nervous. I remember the minute we knew we were going to be friends with this dude was the very first show. And he was just pulling up and I was like, man, I wonder what this guy's going to be like. And we were talking and getting along. And we were kind of joking around before we went up. And then we played. And like right in the middle of the songs, you just hear, Summit fucking sucks. Like, when it was Chad. I was like, yeah, we're going to get along.
That's perfect.
Seriously, every time we've talked to him since, the entire conversation is usually him asking us to go die somewhere.
Yeah.
But it's very loving.
Yeah.
Like, oh, hope everything's going well. Go die.
Yeah.
Do you remember what I did to him on the last day of the tour?
We promised
I
never
sent
to
him?
speak of that again.
Brad remembers.
Uh-oh.
So,
So please speak of that again.
okay, so like, we were just sitting there watching the game, and I was outside with, I think I was with Sanchez or something, but like, I went on Google and just found the most disgusting picture of multiple naked black dudes on Google Images, and then like sent it to him, and sent it like as like
It was like a folder, I remember.
yeah.
You couldn't see the picture initially. You had to like click it and open it up. And it was like, what was it? It was like a Craigslist car
Yeah, it
ad.
was like an ad. I was like, runs great, 600 horsepower, like normal oil changes. And he
But
opened
then you
it up,
scroll down.
yeah, and then it's just like a naked black dude.
That's perfect.
If I remember right, he was very, very fit. he had
To say the least.
12 to 14 abs.
But I feel like somebody needs to do this on tour. Please do this. I'm stealing it from the Impractical Jokers. I saw them last weekend. My friend hooked us up with some tickets, and so we got to meet him. It was cool. And like, it sucks that I didn't know who they were. I didn't know that they had a TV show and all this stuff. My brother was like, "Hey, I got some tickets. You want to go?" And I was like, "Sure. Show up Brady. Can't suck too bad, right?" But I guess their running practical joke is they'll get to somebody will get to the hotel early and go to a certain one of the guys' room and go take a big old dump in there and turn the heater up as high as it'll go. And so like
Jesus.
every time he walks into his hotel, they said he gets hit with the hot shit. Like punched with the hot shit or something.
Hit with the hot shit.
Pass.
Oh my god.
So I feel like
I'm doing that next tour.
It's gonna be a hard pass. Sorry.
I won't. I won't suggest one of you guys do it to another of your band members, but I do suggest you.
Really? Because now you
Oh,
know
I
my
thought
life.
that's what, yeah, I thought that's what you were
Do you
suggesting.
know what you've done?
I don't even care if we're sharing a room, man. I'll still nuke the shit out of you guys.
I was like, that's very impressive to do to
Yeah.
somebody. I wouldn't want that done to me, but that was, and they were funny dudes, and they were cool, and they said they would send me something for the podcast, but they didn't. So they're liars.
God, they.
So
I'm just kidding.
Yeah, me being late seems a little less bad now, doesn't it?
Well,
There you go.
I thought it'd be funny, or my brother thought it'd be funny if somebody did that to their bus while they were in their meeting. People just
I
walk
hear that's
in.
like a running rule for buses is like no shits on the bus.
Yeah, no.
oh my gosh, that would be such a great idea.
So if I ever have access to a tour musician's bus again,
I feel like that would linger more too. Like that'd be
One of the band members is just bringing girls back in, and they open the door, and they're just like, "Oh shit!
like,
no,
oh man, we gotta go home. I gotta go
I
feed
got
my
him getting the
dogs
hell
or
out of
some
here."
shit.
Yeah. Smells like a dead body.
okay, so track 3. Let's move out of the pooping and shit. What's track 3 about?
From a bathroom in Tulsa.
Bathroom.
Track 3 was Blue Knuckles. That was
Oh.
the breakup one.
Oh man, I'm behind the times.
And then the last track, which is labeled autumnal, but is supposed to be modern eschatologies, but is like about the study of the end of the world.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah.
Talk more about that. The study of the end of the world.
Yeah.
That's,
I mean,
that's
that's as much as I elaborate on. Like, it's just
Well, isn't it like more in reference into like a religious apocalypse almost?
kinda.
Yeah, like
That's cool. That's cooler than what I want to study right now, which is throat singing.
tube and throat singing.
dude, do
I
it.
haven't. I just found out that's a thing last night.
Be the next
saw
Lala
somebody-
Hathaway.
I just saw somebody and they can sing a bass and a melody at the same time, and I'm like, oh yeah, I'm gonna do that. But I haven't had a chance to practice. 'cause
I wonder if that's like a genetic anomaly.
apparently, it's a thing that you can just learn. I hope so.
Really?
We'll find out next week.
That would
Yeah.
be so cool.
Your whole podcast is just you practice.
For like 4 hours.
That's if I ever achieve any success with throat singing, I will definitely share it with the podcast listeners.
Yeah.
But I will warn you first. Like, skip the next 15 seconds if your ears hurt easily.
Yeah.
You know what though? If you just did 4 hours of you practicing that as your podcast, you would have some like independent magazine in some like small country claim that you were an artistic genius for releasing that podcast.
For sure. Well, there's always a niche, man. Like, somebody's into it.
Yeah.
And now I am. I was watching videos for like an hour of people doing that. I was like, I don't even know how it's possible.
Yeah.
I can't even talk about it yet because I'll get so obsessive. But it's going to happen. Like, I was going to reserve some time this week for writing songs, but more importantly is throat singing. That comes first.
There you go.
Tell me about your writing process.
I'll just like sit in my room for hours on end and play with melodies and like guitar riffs, and then I'll bring it to them and we make it all good.
Make it into one big
Yeah.
cake.
I would say that the writing process, at least since I've joined, has been very like probably 50 to 60% of the idea is done by the time it shows up, and then we totally do completely different things from there.
Yeah. I remember the last one we had to like really tone it back because it was about to get super complicated and stupid in a good way. It was gonna be
Yeah.
like math rocky and fun, but like people just wouldn't.
Yeah.
And not that they wouldn't understand it, they just would be like, "This is fucking stupid."
It was almost like math for the sake of math at a point.
Yeah.
Like I remember like, okay, maybe we should do less of this.
Yeah.
I've heard bands of just full of incredibly talented musicians, and they're all playing something crazy while they're performing. Like, everybody's doing something insane, and it really bugs me. I'm like, I'm always like, somebody needs to keep a melody. Somebody needs to keep something. Is that what you're talking about? Was that about to happen? Was it going to be too?
Kind of more rhythmically.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I feel like it was gonna get just too much. Not even like noise, like we were just making dissonant chords and
Yeah, I don't know what that is.
just like real nasty sounding stuff, but just rhythmically. I don't know.
Well, cool. Well, October 24th.
Yep.
Right?
Yeah.
At the Vanguard.
Mm-hmm.
Did we say who's playing? I think we did.
Society,
Society.
Clementine, Capital Wise, and Icarus Account. Yeah. He does this while we practice.
That's perfect. Well, man, I'm excited. I'm really stoked for you dudes. I'm glad you guys came over to talk about that.
Thank you.
And it's like $8, right?
Yes, it is.
That's cheap as shit.
And then
Now, are we
still doing the CD thing?
Yeah, are we
Yeah.
giving
If
away?
you bring your ticket to the door, there will be CDs there, and you just get one for free.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
That's really awesome. That doesn't happen very often anymore.
Yeah, like at this point, we just want to get it in people's hands.
Yeah.
Great. Well, show's only $8, and you bring a ticket, you get free CD.
Mhm.
And also, and where can we find you now online for the listeners?
You just type in Summit Tulsa on Facebook and Instagram, and then our Twitter, it's Summit Sounds.
Summit
because
Sounds.
That was the only thing available. But
What did I say your band name was at the beginning? I already forgot. Summit's here. Summit's
Summit today. I
Summit
think.
today. So it's at
Yes.
Summit today.
Summit near.
It sounds like a cable access like morning news program.
Hi, and welcome to Summit today.
Those are so weird. Have you guys played on TV?
Yeah.
you guys-
Actually,
we have
did in
this
in
configuration. We
Metro.
haven't.
Yeah.
but-
Isn't that a weird thing?
I have separately. It's a
Yeah.
bizarre experience.
It's I remember right before my CD release show, I had like 2 or 3 TV appearances that week, and I remember one of them, I think the Fox one, I was playing,
Oh, you
and
put
I
on
got
Fox?
like 10 seconds in, and like, okay, thanks, you're done, and I was just like, what the heck's going on here? I guess
That
something-
was just the intro. I
something-
didn't even sing.
Like, I
Like,
but it was fun. But it was still like, oh wow. And I didn't know if it like I had done something wrong. They're like, oh, we hate this song. You're
get the
cut.
fuck out of here.
And they're like, no, we just went long on another segment. And I was like, well, screw the other segment. Except for I think it was Miss Oklahoma.
Okay.
So I was okay with it. It was cool meeting her in the back.
So when you said screw the other
Yeah,
segment,
both figuratively and literally.
Well, I didn't mean it that way, but I will not deny. It was funny. We took a picture in the green room, and you can just tell I'm like oh my god, he was like starstruck. But except for I didn't know she was famous.
Yeah.
It was just like I can't even. Anyway, so yeah, where was that? Where was your Twitter? That was we should go back to
Summit
that.
Sounds.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Well, thank you guys so much for coming, and thank you listeners for listening, and thank you Brad for being on time today.
you're welcome. Why the crap are you guys an hour early? That's what I don't understand.
Yeah, I don't know.
It's just like we agreed on 3. We agreed on 3, bro.
Well, thank you guys a lot, and thanks for listening, you guys.
Thank you.
We'll see you next week and have fun. And October 24th, Vanguard,
Yep.
party fun time. I'll be playing next door.
With All About a Bubble.
Yeah.
Ooh.
So
I
I'll
like
make sure
those guys too.
I'll make sure I'm not playing during your guys' set. And
Yeah, please do.
Yeah, you better not be.
if you guys buy a ticket to the Summit show, I'll let you in the Hunt Club for only $5. Perfect, right?
Yeah.
Hey, and I'll tell you what. If you do play during our set,
Yeah.
I'm going to start my own podcast and podcast the same time as you.
That's fine.
Oh,
There's
man.
plenty of people to listen, man. That's awesome.
No, only one.
Only one.
All right. Thank you guys. I'll see you again later.
All right.
See ya.
Toodles.
And to close the show, here's track 2 called New Mattress.
Don't overthink it. Just tell them what you know. And don't forget to write it down. So you've something to show. 'Cause knowing you probably forget. My days are flying by, and they're full of regret. caught up in what your hands can do. Well, I can't help myself in an unconscious state of mind. I've convinced myself with a damn good lie. I've got to wake up and wipe my eyes, 'cause I've been out for too long. I don't wanna sleep anymore. I hate my new bed. I don't wanna sleep anymore. I hate my new bed. I don't wanna sleep anymore. I don't wanna sleep anymore. I've got to wake up